Imagine waking up at 6 in the morning, commuting to an office, working a full 8-hour shift, coming home for a quick dinner, and then immediately starting a second job that lasts late into the night. For millions of Americans, this is no longer an occasional sacrifice. It has become a way of life. Across the United States, an increasing number of people are quietly working 2 jobs. Some drive for rideshare companies after work. Others deliver food, freelance online, manage e-commerce stores, tutor students, or work weekend shifts in retail. While the idea of having multiple jobs is nothing new, what makes this trend remarkable is how widespread it has become among people who already have full-time employment. The question is simple. Why are so many Americans taking on extra work? To understand what's happening, we need to look at the financial reality facing households across the country. For decades, the American dream was built around a relatively straightforward formula. A stable full-time job could support a family, cover housing costs, provide health care, and allow workers to save for retirement. While life was never easy, many people believed that one primary income was enough to create financial security. Today, that equation looks very different. Housing costs have risen dramatically in many parts of the country. Rent prices have climbed. Home ownership has become increasingly difficult for younger generations. At the same time, expenses such as groceries, healthcare, insurance, transportation, and education continue to place pressure on household budgets. Even people earning what would traditionally be considered good salaries often feel financially stretched. The result is a growing gap between income and expenses. For many Americans, a second job is not about luxury. It is about survival. What makes this shift unique is the role technology has played. In the past, finding a second job often required a formal application process, fixed schedules, and long-term commitments. Today, a smartphone can instantly connect someone with income opportunities. Gig economy platforms have transformed the labor market. Workers can deliver food, drive passengers, complete freelance projects, sell products online, or perform digital services with unprecedented flexibility. This accessibility has made second incomes easier to obtain than at any point in history. Many workers no longer think of these activities as side hustles. Instead, they view them as essential extensions of their primary income. Another factor contributing to this trend is financial uncertainty. Many Americans feel vulnerable even when they are employed full-time. Economic downturns, layoffs, rising debt levels, and inflation have created an environment where relying on a single paycheck feels increasingly risky. A second source of income provides a form of protection. If one job disappears, another income stream may help cover expenses. This desire for financial resilience has become especially important among younger workers who witnessed major economic disruptions during their formative years. Millennials experienced the financial crisis of 2008. Many entered adulthood during periods of economic instability. Gen Z has faced inflation, housing affordability challenges, and rapid technological change. As a result, younger generations often approach income differently than previous generations. Rather than depending entirely on one employer, many prefer diversification. The concept is similar to investing. Just as investors diversify their portfolios, workers are increasingly diversifying their income streams. However, this trend comes with significant trade-offs. Working 2 jobs requires time, energy, and discipline. Many people experience increased stress, fatigue, and burnout. The boundaries between work and personal life become blurred. Instead of spending evenings with family, pursuing hobbies, or resting, workers often find themselves pursuing additional income opportunities. This raises an important question. Is working 2 jobs a sign of economic strength or economic weakness? Supporters argue that the modern economy provides unprecedented flexibility. People have more opportunities than ever before to monetize skills, create businesses, and generate additional income. Critics argue that the growing need for multiple jobs reflects deeper structural problems, including wage, stagnation, affordability challenges, and rising living costs. The reality may be somewhere in between. Technology has undeniably expanded opportunities. At the same time, economic pressures are clearly motivating many people to seek additional sources of income. Interestingly, not everyone working 2 jobs is struggling financially. Some individuals use secondary income streams to accelerate wealth creation rather than simply covering expenses. They invest side hustle earnings, pay down debt faster, build emergency funds, or save for future goals. For these workers, a second job is not just about survival. It is about opportunity. This distinction highlights an important shift in how Americans think about money. Increasingly, income is no longer viewed as something provided exclusively by an employer. It is becoming something individuals actively build through multiple channels. The rise of online business, freelancing, content creation, and digital entrepreneurship has reinforced this mindset. Many workers now see side income as a normal component of financial planning. As we look ahead, it seems unlikely that this trend will disappear anytime soon. Artificial intelligence, remote work, digital platforms, and automation are continuing to reshape the labor market. New opportunities for flexible income generation are emerging constantly. The future of work may involve fewer traditional career paths and more diversified income strategies. Whether this represents progress or necessity remains open to debate. But one thing is clear. Millions of Americans are no longer relying on a single paycheck. They are building multiple income streams, adapting to economic realities, and redefining what financial security looks like in the modern era. The era of one job supporting an entire lifestyle may not be completely over. But for a growing number of Americans, it is no longer enough.